This is the Tarot and Oracle forecast reading for Taurus for the year of 2018. Taurus, this is a general overview for all of you. If you would like a personal or private reading or that truly amazing soulmate reading, you can contact me at theoracletimes@gmail.com or book a reading via the website. Links are in the description box below. Right, Taurus, we start off with your relationship reading. It applies to any important relationship in your life, be it romantic or platonic. We then move on to your general forecast reading, and we finish up with a sequence of events or a set of circumstances which is a pivotal point for you in 2018. And then for those of you that I'm recording towards the end now, the last few star signs, I added an extra little something in your relationship reading just to make up for the fact that you have to wait longer than everyone else, okay? If we look at your relationship reading, you get trust, getting to know one another, very soon, engagement, playfulness, and past life relationship. Now, if I look at this, I think it's a case of both in committed relationships and in looking for a relationship. You have to trust that by getting to know the other person well, by exploring who they are, how they feel, by questioning them, by talking to them, by doing things with them, that is how you are going to discover who they really are. That is how you're going to discover the common bond you have. That's how you're going to re-cement the bond that you do have with somebody. If you're in a committed relationship, it's a case of there's some part of them you haven't discovered yet. But when you do, it's going to make a big difference to your relationship. For others of you, when you meet someone and maybe, you click a little bit, wow, you don't think this is like really the person, but there's a little voice egging you on to get to know them better, go with that, because there's something about them that you haven't discovered yet that you're going to really enjoy. Because very soon after you actually make that effort and do the things to get to know the person and do things together with them, explore them, you will find your relationship reaching a new level of commitment. So if it's someone you've just met, it'll very quickly move along when you make the effort to get to know them well. And if you're in a relationship, question your partner. I'm getting a message coming through for you now that many of you in committed relationships have made an assumption about a situation with your partner, and you've actually never really questioned them or really told them how you feel. You've never had a real back and forth discussion about or really questioned them about what they want or what they need. There's something about that, and when you do that, you'll very quickly find that relationship moving on to better levels. It even brings an element of playfulness back into the relationship again. It brings a lightheartedness back into the relationship again, and maybe that's also something that's got to be worked on, and you will do so. The cards are showing up in your reading. And for those of you looking for a partnership or relationship, it follows the same course that I've described now, but you will find that no matter how quickly you become committed to one another, there's still going to be a light-hearted aspect to this relationship, probably because you got to know each other better, and that just makes for easier relating. For all of you, this is a past life relationship that is involved. In other words, whomever it is that you're involved with now, be it romantic or platonic, you have been involved in former lifetimes. So there is that connection, that is that bond. Work on it, get to know one another better, and you're going to have a very good, committed, but light-hearted relationship. Right, now like I said, because you guys are more towards the end of the readings that I'm doing, I've pulled an extra 2 cards for you. This is going to be messages for some of you, most of you, but not all of you. This is a message or 2 messages, but they join together, they go hand in hand, that is coming through specifically for some of you sitting listening now, and you were wondering about this. Back from the past is interesting that one came up as well, because past life relationship and together. So for many of you, this is a relationship that you have had in many lifetimes, possibly, and this is the time you choose to get back together again. So there's a familiarity, there's a thread, there's a strong bond. If you're in a committed relationship, you feel as if you can't let go of this person, as if there is a strong bond, because in fact there is one. Because this is someone from the past. And for those of you looking for a relationship, this is very likely going to happen. This person that comes along may in fact be somebody that you have met in this lifetime or had a relationship with in this lifetime, but there's a very good chance. Look how back from the past is she sort of dressed in gear from another century, which for me sort of more says this is someone from another lifetime that is coming back into your life, but you two planned this get together, or they planned this get together. They want to be back with you, so they organized to be in this lifetime so that they could be back with you again. That's really romantic, isn't it? That's a very special message for you, Taurians. Okay, now if we move on to your general forecast, you see you will get Beyond, Keeps Turning, Fool's Gold, Sisterhood, Falling, Stardust, Web of Life, and Soulmates. So at the beginning of the year, Taurus, the beginning of 2018, you're not very sure what's going to be happening. You're not sure how your future is going to be panning out. You're feeling a little bit insecure, unsure. Yet aspects of your life seem to be going around and around in the same circles, and that's possibly what's bugging you. Now, why it has done that is possibly because you have gone after things which in 2017, I'm thinking it was more the case, didn't pan out. They didn't turn out the way you anticipated. You had an idea of, wow, you're going to go do this because this is now going to work in your life, and you got there and it didn't quite work. But now what you found is you have a strong bond with somebody. This will happen in 2018 where you discover that. So it could be someone that's already in your life. I'm thinking it's more than one person. I'm thinking you're going to come across a small group of people, have a partnership, an organization, perhaps a new venture in your career, and you're going to find a strong affinity with those people. And you're very, very quickly going to become very strongly attached to this little group or this organization or this new career that you've got going in 2018. It could have started up at the end of 2017, but you're finding a great affinity with these people. This rekindles your faith and your hope and your trust in the future, and it's quite right to do so. Keep that faith and hope and trust, because that's the only element that is missing from this bond that you have. Is don't look at it as what you have had in the past that didn't work out. This has the potential to work out beautifully, because as you keep working away at it, that's what that Web of Life card says, you actually get that soulmate energy with these people. That means you've a very strong bond, a very strong affinity. You're going to feed each other energy. You're going to inspire one another. You're going to elevate each other to greater heights in your career, in your family life, or in an organizational group, or in general life. It has the potential to be truly, truly, let we say, energy shifting and life shifting for you. Okay? That's another beautiful message for you guys. Right, now if we look at a set of circumstances or a sequence of events in 2018 that are pivotal for you, you'll see the first card speaks about institution and the second one about love. So this is a relationship in 2018 which is a formal relationship. It's a relationship you acknowledge and you are both totally involved in it. Now, the key to unlocking the potential for this relationship, be it that it needs to be elevated to a higher level, be it that something within it is not working and it needs to work, comes when you are shown appreciation in some way. Now, this appreciation could come from the partner, but it could also come from the outside. It could be that a group shows you, another person. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic appreciation. It could just be that appreciation is shown you. This news comes in suddenly and it provides you with the stability that you were looking for. Now, this happens. The stability is to be found, and you'll see you get the abundance and the wonder card as well. This is all to be found within a home environment. It's where you belong that this is going to play out. So if you are somewhere where you do not belong or you do not feel like you belong, it's possible that this news will then send you back to where it is that you belong, where your home is. And that is where the abundance and the wonder will come back into your life. Right, this is going to play out pretty differently because all of your life stories are pretty different. But those are the key ingredients, and I hope that you understood them and you can use them for your particular story, because that is the outline of them. Right, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to repeat again, if you would like personal private reading, which will be more pertinent to your particular story, or that amazing soulmate reading, you can contact me via the links below for booking through email or the website. I want to thank you for watching and listening and commenting and liking and subscribing. And to those of you that will share this video, I give an extra special thank you and a hug included.